Hey guys, Chandler with Dordan. Today I want to talk to you about plastic clamshell recycling. In my last post, I described some of the complexities to recycling. I want to share a success story so you understand that things can be recyclable. It just takes hard work and time and collaboration and money and all sorts of other fun things that I will definitely be getting into in this video. So, in 2009, I discovered the clamshells Dordan makes weren't being recycled, and I didn't understand why, because they're made out of plastic water bottles, so why couldn't they be recycled with plastic water bottles? So according to the FTC, recyclable means that the majority of communities have access to facilities that can recycle the packaging. So ultimately it comes down to the recycler, the MRF. They're not going to add any material to their process unless there's enough generated in the waste stream. They can easily sort or cheaply sort it, and then there's an end market or a buyer. So the case with PET is unique in that there's actually not enough supply to meet the demand. So the argument was that in adding thermoforms to the bottle recycling infrastructure, there would be more supply to meet the demand, ultimately, hopefully, reducing the cost of recycling and becoming more competitive with virgin, thereby establishing the foundational building blocks for a circular economy. So after we established the economic argument for recycling thermoforms, we had to do a lot of work. So we had to basically demonstrate to recyclers how the obstacles to recycling thermoforms with bottles could be overcome. So one of the items that needed to be addressed was look-alike contamination. So clamshells come in a lot of different materials, some of which actually completely render the recyclate useless. How do you go about sorting a PET clamshell from a PVC clamshell when it's flying down the line at a MRF? So luckily, infrared technology is able to sort PET thermoforms with PET bottles from PVC clamshells, and most MRFs around the country are equipped with this technology. So that issue is overcome. Next, we had to address the items of adhesives on labels. So labels, specifically like freezer grade labels, are extremely aggressive and very challenging to remove during the wash stage at the recycler. So the industry actually collaborated and developed new adhesives and also designed for recycling guidelines that helped manufacturers and people that source labels and packaging come up with a compilation that actually would be recycled. So that issue was also addressed. And then lastly, we had to develop specs for the bales. So bales are what recyclers sell. There were, at the time, specifications for PET bottle bales, but nothing about a commingled bale of thermoforms and bottles. So to make a long story short, now there are specifications for these mixed bales. They typically have a specific concentration of thermoforms allocated, and today, nationwide, clamshells and bottles are being recycled domestically and consumed domestically. So screw China and their green fence, and it's just a matter of time until more materials are added to the recycling infrastructure to allow us to develop a robust economy. I will talk a lot more about, it's called extended producer responsibility next time. It's a different way of essentially financing the recovery of packaging, but I think that's about it. 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Thanks.